Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Lisa, and I'm here to share a repost from Glynda Lomax. The title is The Time of Esau, and this was originally posted October 28th, 2020. From time to time, the Lord gives me glimpses of what is coming to the earth so I can warn others. I was thinking about our world in my quiet time with the Lord early this morning, and I began to sense strongly this season we have entered. Impressions began coming rapidly, and I began seeing scenes in the spirit, and I began typing what I was seeing. I felt a deep sense of sadness rise up in my spirit with these scenes. The sadness started days ago, and I had wondered why it was here. A time of great darkness and much lack is at our doorsteps, a time so desperate, unlike anything we have experienced here in America, a time of no jobs, no entertainment, and no joy. The closest I can think of to compare it to is the Great Depression. But even in the Great Depression, there was celebration here and there. In this dark time, I see none of that. I am shown He has arranged for all else to be taken away, so we have only Him to focus on. It is His mercy, but it will feel like anything but mercy. I see cold, bone-chilling cold, and no softly lit lamps, warm hearths, and quilts to keep us warm. I see flavored water instead of hearty stew to eat in the cold. I see very little light, and what is there is very dim, and the spiritual light is the same. I see people sitting still in their houses like they are waiting for something, and I see desperation on their faces. No one seems to be moving around or going any place, but I'm not shown why. Is it because they are cold? Or are they being held prisoner somehow? And I realize I see no children. I don't see a single person under the age of 20 in these scenes. Where did all the children go? Why is no one smiling? Not a single smile in any of the scenes. And I wonder if the bride has been taken out, and I think she has. I see violence, raping and pillaging when people already have nothing. I see there are still a few who have wealth, and I see them guarding it jealously, for it is their God. Nothing frightens them more than losing their wealth. I see parents eating the last of the food in their kitchens as their starving children sleep. Everyone is starving. What few pets I see still here are suffering and nearly dead of starvation. Everyone everywhere seems to be starving. What has happened to all the food? This is a dark time indeed. I see people walking the roads looking for anything anywhere to eat, but I see military trucks telling them to go back to their houses. Then I see a smile, but it is an evil one of those either you obey or I will kill you kind of smiles. And I see some of the people live in the woods now because they have no houses. They did not have the money to keep them. I see no television newscasts. There doesn't seem to be any television programming anymore. It may be there's no more electricity. Maybe that is why the lights are so dim. I don't know if war is going on. I hear only quiet. And there is no government anymore. What happened to our government? I can't see our capital anymore. I wonder if our country has been attacked and taken over by communists. This is what the atmosphere feels like. Very heavy, oppressive, forced, like we have been forced into this situation. No wonder all hope is gone. I try to see Hollywood, and all I can see is there are no movies being made. Closer to home, I also don't see any sports being played, not even high school or college sports. I am not shown why. I see cold, despair, and hopelessness everywhere. No one is talking about any future. No one is smiling. America is no longer the land of hope and dreams. It has become a land of desperation. I see a few people trying to talk quietly to the suffering about the Lord, but people are very angry at God. They are blaming Him for everything. The fact that they are trying to talk quietly makes me think witnessing has been outlawed. I don't see anyone sitting and reading their Bibles, and the churches are all shuttered. I see a few of the younger men getting fed up with the situation and saying, I'm going to join the army. At least there I can eat. And their wives and families are begging them not to, saying it's a death sentence. This is the time of Esau, a time when many will trade their souls for a bowl of soup. This is the time when we will literally choose between our flesh and our spirit. Feed your flesh or preserve your soul. And in that time when the mark comes out, I hear people. Satan has lied to, saying, obviously there is no God. Since this is happening, I'm going to get some food. That is the silent question that will be posed to each of us when the mark of the beast is introduced. Tell my people, daughter, tell my people, I am their only hope. Tell them to draw near to me now, so they will be spared from what you are seeing. It is those who refuse me who will suffer this fate. Those who refuse me and refuse my correction will be corrected by much harsher measures as I raise up enemies against every wicked nation that does not acknowledge me as the one true God, for I will give their lands into the hands of their enemies. And that is the end of this message. I pray you all have a beautiful day in the Lord. God bless each and every one of you, and I will see you either next video or in the air. Bye-bye.